Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means right now it is time for the new comic book video. A lot of really nice books came out today, so we're going to jump right into that. And then I got a request from a viewer, like I had stated, since it was October, I was going to show comic books and movies that were Halloween or the month of October related. And he requested that I show box sets or special editions of some of my favorite movies for Halloween. So I'm going to do that today. And then, like the title stated, I have a CGC comment. I know how much everybody loves that. So we have a lot to cover today. This video will probably be a little longer than normal, but we'll jump right into it. First book is from DC Black Label. We talked about this in the Sunday Hot Pick video. American Vampire, 1976, cover A. And the cover I discussed that I was looking forward to, the Bonnie and Clyde cover right there. As you can see, the bullet holes in the car. Really cool cover, cool concept. Interested in reading this one. The first American Vampire storyline kind of got hit and miss reviews, but we'll give that a shot because I do like that genre. The big release from DC today, Batman 100. It's cover 1. Cover 2. Third cover right here. And this really isn't cover 1, cover 2. What it is a wraparound cover. But if you put them together, kind of gives you a, little thing there. They should have done 2 separate covers. They put 3 covers out. They put the Batman cover, which is the normal cover, and then they threw this one in there, and then they had a blank variant that had white bats on it that actually looks pretty nice, but I wasn't going to buy all those. So one wrap cover, that is there's the front and the back of the wrap cover. 2 covers basically on one book. There is that. A book I bought, cover purchase only, Tomb of Black Widow. I don't need to tell you what that is from, so I'm sure all of you know. Grab that right away. Another book we talked about on the Sunday video, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 19, first appearance or first cover appearance of clone Miles Morales. Thor, number 8, cover A. And for Halloween, we have Frankenstein Thor. These are all Marvel books, obviously. Champions, number 1, first appearance in this book here. This is X of Swords, X-Force number 13, B cover. Really big cover right there. Sold out very quickly all over the place, so I was lucky to get one of those there. And then we have Wolverine number 6. Another big cover on that. This sold out very quick as well. Venom 27, third print. Hot cover right there, sold out very quick. Kind of like that image of the cross in the background. Really good looking book right there. Now into the independents. We talked about these as well on the Sunday video. This is the one I talked about on Sunday as well. Zombie Tramp number 74, Betty Page homage right there. And then a coronavirus homage with the mask right there. Kind of a cool concept, so I grabbed one of those. Another Sunday video book that we mentioned, Walking Dead Deluxe. Number 1, of course, the famous number 1 issue cover right there. And like we stated in there before, the original Walking Dead, of course, was black and white. These are done in color, so different concept. Selling pretty good. Shops picked a lot of these up. Here's another Walking Dead Deluxe here. Independence from AWA, book that was mentioned Sunday, American Ronin, the only cover I picked up right here. Patriotica from Antarctic Press, cover purchase only, number 2. And a book, for some reason, a lot of shops aren't carrying it, but it's a really good story from what I've had. I haven't been able to get number 1. This is No Heroine, number 3. Right there. Really cool concept right there. Good imagery. There was that. Those were the books that I picked up this week. Singles and all that. And as advertised, I did not do Amazing Spider-Man 49 because I wasn't going to pay $9.99 for that book. And then next week is Amazing Spider-Man 50, and they have a either $6.99 or $7.99 price point on there. So again, just a big gouge on all those right there. Next, we will get a request from a viewer to show some box sets of Halloween movies. And then after, I will do my CGC comment. First one we have right here. This came out, when year did this come out? I don't really remember. This is 2009. This was the Halloween. This is the complete collection, 15-disc deluxe edition. Right here, had all the movies up to that point right there, as you can see them there. Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5. Just all the movies right there. And this is in a Blu-ray format. And then you got a little book in it as well, right here. Just kind of talks about, you know, different things in the movies right there. So really nice box set right there. Kind of hard to find if you can. Next up, I know this is hard to find. This sells really, really well on the secondary market. This is from Arrow Video. This is the special edition Bride of the Reanimator. Right here, still sealed. This sells for pretty good money. If you can find it, you will pay a premium for it. Arrow Video always puts out really nice stuff. If you collect movies or have a lot of movies, whenever I find an Arrow Video, I'm going to pick it up because ultimately they're going to put them out of print. They add a really a good amount of special editions and stuff on there, so I will grab that. I found this one yesterday at Walmart. I stopped in, get a quick bite at the McDonald's, and thought, let me see what they got on the movies. And I found this for $7. This is a Scream Factory release, Halloween 2 Collector's Edition. Right here. You can see the Scream Factory logo right there. Scream Factory is another one that puts out really, really good additional content on this. Like the special features on this, you have theatrical version, television with the television cut as well, not just the theatrical. Added footage not seen in the theatrical release. Audio commentaries, numerous documentaries and movie shorts on there about the making of the movie. I mean, for $7, why would you not get that? So check your local Walmart because they had these. They had just put some of these out. So I don't know when this is actually released, but for $7, I'm going to grab that all day long. Next up, another one. This is another Anchor Bay. Kind of hard to find. Actually, I know it's really hard to find. This is Evil Dead Ultimate Edition. This was released in, if I can see it here, in 2007. So it comes here, it folds out. Different parts of this movie here. Just all kinds of stuff in this. And again, 3 discs on that. This also has tons and tons of stuff. Evil Dead treasures from the cutting room floor. Of course, those will be deleted scenes. It also has audio commentary from Bruce Campbell. A couple of other documentaries. Ladies of the Evil Dead, which is really good documentary if you haven't seen that. And again, you can't find this that easily. Really, really nice. Sells really good on the secondary market as well, so I was happy to have that. Another one I really liked here, this is one of my favorite movies. This is Dawn of the Dead Ultimate Edition. Kind of see it just really folds out, and as you can see, tons and tons of discs on this. This is a 4-disc set on this right here. It has just, let me try and get this back in there. There we go. It has, if you look at it, you gotta look because it doesn't have anything on this European version. It's got a whole disc for documentaries. It has the extended edition of the movie and then the theatrical version. So the European version and the theatrical version are 2 different versions of the movie. Really, really cool. And again, this is another one that you can find. It has a pretty good premium price on there. So that's Dawn of the Dead Ultimate Edition. Almost done. This isn't real expensive. This is just basically DVDs. And this is 8 movies, Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I got this, actually I got this at Walmart. I was trying to get it from the video there. There's that there. I got this at Walmart. I think I paid like $14 for it. And this, of course, has, up to this point, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. The first 8 all the way up to Freddy vs. Jason. So, again, $14. It's on DVD format, but again, nice little box set. For 14 bucks, you get all the movies. I don't mind DVD too much. I do know I bought this a long time ago. Very excited. One of the few things I actually waited for Best Buy to open to buy. This is Friday the 13th from Crystal Lake to Manhattan. This is the Ultimate Edition DVD collection here. There's the front, there's the back, and then you can see all the movies right there for it. I think when this came out, it was $39. The holders come kind of, thin for the different movies right there. It just kind of looks like this. Again, I love stuff like this. I just love, special editions, box sets. I'm the guy who will buy, if it comes out new, I'm going to buy it just because that's the way I do it. And that is the end of the movie collections as it relates to the box sets. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, as advertised, a CGC comment. Now, back in February, if you remember, a video was posted by an individual who was showing CGC looking at a Superman #1 at a convention, and the way the head grader, the big grader, their top grader, was thumbing through it real quick, kind of bending the pages on the bottom left-hand corner. And CGC took a lot of backlash on that. If you haven't seen the video, just look it up on YouTube, CGC grading Superman #1. You're going to see tons of stuff coming up. Watch the video. Look how he handles it. And they took a lot of backlash for not only the way they were handling the book, the speed in which the gentleman was going through the pages, which is absolutely ridiculous, and, just the utter not caring. And the big thing a lot of people looked at was the fact that he wasn't wearing gloves. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with wearing gloves. I wear gloves. A lot of people that I know who are professional graders in their own right, who I trust more than CGC, for sure, at the way they're grading books lately, will wear gloves because a lot of Golden Age books, especially something that old, the pages are ultimately going to get brittle regardless of how well you preserve that book. Over time, the acid is going to start taking its toll on the pages. You use the gloves because your fingers, no matter how clean your hands are, ultimately you can leave a fingerprint, the brittleness of the page. So I always use gloves and be real gentle with the book. You lay it down, you turn it page by page, carefully, not hold it in your hand and thumb through it like this, like the guy was doing, which was absolutely terrible. Now that came out in February of this year, 2020, right before the pandemic hit and shut everything down. Well, recently, September 30th, CGC just posted a grading video on how they grade books. And they had one of their big graders, or their lead grader, do the video. And the first thing he mentions is, all professional graders here at CGC, none of us wear gloves because you can't feel the texture of the book, you can't feel the spine of the book, you can't see if there's anything on the book, any type of if it's been touched up, or, feeling the spine and looking at that. You know what? I call bullshit on that, because you can see with a pair of good gloves, you can still touch something. You can still see if something is on the book. You can see the texture of the book. You can use a black light and see if the book has been touched up. You don't need, to not wear gloves to do that. Not wearing gloves on an old book like that, you're begging for something to happen. And people will sit there and say, well, I understand, but gloves can rip a book just as easily as that. You know what? They can, but I've been looking at older books and grading older books for most of my life, most of my adult life. And you know what? Not once have I ever torn a page because of the gloves. Never. CGC did this video because of the backlash they're receiving, and now they're trying to cover their tracks on that, on the gloves. If you're the lead grader, how come the guy who graded the book, who you said in the video was your top grader, how come he didn't do the video? Why didn't he do that video? Why didn't he explain why he doesn't do that? And all you got to do is look at the video. If you haven't seen it, please go back and look at the video. Don't take my word for it. The guy was absolutely brutal in the handling of that book. You can see the bend. And I don't care if the book already had a bend. Your job at CGC and as a professional grader and as a person who is getting paid big money to encapsulate this book and keep the book in the condition that you received it, which CGC doesn't do a very good job of, because a lot of books that you send them get damaged if you're getting their pressing service or whatever. You hear these horror stories that, you know, a buddy of mine sent a book in and the cover got detached miraculously when myself and him looked at the book before even he decided to send it in to that. There was no detached cover on that. Now all of a sudden the cover was detached when you sent it in to get, you know, the pressing service that he wanted to get on it. That's ridiculous. Take better care of the book. CGC's been taking a big backlash, and the book that they graded is a Hulk 181, which is in really bad condition. Has a, you know, missing piece and the cover, lower like right hand side there's a missing piece. Tremendous amounts of spine damage. I mean, not just like spine ticks, heavy spine damage on this book. The book is really bad. He looks at the page quality of the book, doesn't use an OWL card. Now, I can look at a book in page quality, so I'm not saying that you need an OWL card to, you know, get an accurate page quality. But you know what? The OWL card is there for a purpose. Why not use it? And he gave this book a 3.5. Watch that video and you tell me if you thought that book is a 3.5, and it's a Hulk 181. So the difference between a 2.0 and a 3.5 is a tremendous amount of money. And that goes right down the line and right into the room of what we've talked about, that CGC is going to give better grades to high-end books than they do regular books. And the reason you should use gloves when you look at that, how many times have you gotten a book graded from CGC? I haven't personally, but there are people who sit there and say that on the grader's notes, they knock it for a fingerprint or a smudge. They could have put that fingerprint and smudge on there by not using gloves. You're protecting the investment. Protect the investment. The reason CGC is losing business is, you know, or taking a lot of backlash lately is because of their terrible grading. Their grading is the same as Diamond's shipping. They really don't care how they handle the book. They're just getting their money. So they're going to do a half-assed job. They're going to grade it real fast, slap a grade on it, send it in because they're the mighty CGC and no one's going to argue with them. Well, I call bullshit on it. You're covering your bases and you're covering your ass on that bad grading and the bad handling of that Superman #1. I know the owner of that Superman #1. He sent me a text message when it happened. I spoke to him. He said he couldn't believe how they were handling it in front of him. But you know what? It is what it is. Look at it yourself. You don't have to listen to me. A lot of people don't like the fact that I bash CGC because they're the almighty and people spend a lot of money on that and have a lot of money invested with CGC. But the bottom line is they're not as good as people think. You'll get more money for your books, sure, but you're not getting the grade on books. I looked at a book today at a shop that was a 9.8, and the owner, he even agreed, that's not a 9.8, the owner of the book. That's not a 9.8. They can just throw a label on there, and you guys are going to suck it up. These CGC people that love CGC, you can fold a book in half, and they'll give it a 6.5, and they'll say, it's a 6.5 because CGC said so. Wake the hell up. It's ridiculous. So there was that. Again, watch the video. You can just type in, you know, CGC grading, and then new video will come up that they posted on the 30th of September, and you can say CGC grading Superman #1. You can see numerous videos that people did because it's just it's a butcher show on that. So there was that. And I do anticipate thumbs down because I always get them when I talk about CGC. I'm okay with that because I know the truth about CGC. I see the way they treat things. So hopefully other people start seeing it as well. I know a lot of you do. So that's all we have. So it's pretty much all we have. I hope you guys got the books you wanted to this week. I hope you liked the movie video. I hope you liked the rant. But that's pretty much all we have. This video went longer than normal, but that's okay. It's good to have a nice long video once in a while. So that's pretty much all we have. Again, I appreciate all the people who watch the videos. I appreciate all the support, all the positive feedback. Oh, one last thing. I have an opportunity down the road to do a Facebook Live with a shop here in town, Cosmic Comics, to sell some of my personal books. I want to know if I did that, announce the date, if any of you would watch the Facebook Live telecast and purchase books that way. It's an opportunity to actually see the book in hand and you know, send me a message or something like that and talk to me. But I got to know what the interest level is on that. So it'll be, you know, down the road a little bit, but it'll be myself and Cosmic Comics doing a Facebook Live sale. And I just want to know the interest level on that. So that's pretty much all we have. Again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. Hit the little bell so you can get notifications when I do a new video. So I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day. I'll see you in a few days, and wake up about CGC.